Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Adeola. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, like and share, and follow my page on Facebook and Instagram at Daisy once again. I'm so glad to have you back. I'm here to show you the pathway to a healthy lifestyle and to let you know why you should never trauma bond with anyone. 90% of the time we talk about toxic relationships. We understand why people are in toxic relationships, and we understand why they need to leave, but we offer no solution to them because of our system and beliefs. But most of the time we don't talk about trauma bonding because we believe that toxic people are the reasons for our trauma. But let's talk about the toxicity of trauma bonding and how to leave such relationship. First of all, what is trauma bonding? When a certain person has a high degree of loyalty to a destructive partner and they find it very difficult to leave. Why is this? Because of the way they are accustomed to the person due to the way they have been won over with early behavioral patterns. Now, what are the signs that you are trauma bonding with someone in a relationship? They break their promises. You find yourself being victimized by them in such a way that they're always pushing blames on you. There is a failed attempt on your part to resolve conflicts with them, making excuses for them all the time, and whenever you leave them, you find yourself going back to them because you miss them deeply. And what are the stages of trauma bonding? First of all, when we see people that are in love and they are displaying affection to us, we want to be in the same situation, we admire such people, but this is what we call love bombing. Little do we all know sometimes that some things are just mere display of affection. So, when this love bombing process is taking place, people see themselves being loved up. The person tells them what they need to hear. The person does what they want them to do. They find their lover or their partners doing or going extreme to please them, just to gain their trust, just to gain their dependency on them. Even though later on they find out that their values, their personalities, interests are not compatible, but they still find themselves stuck in such relationship because the first stage of love bombing has taken over their emotions. The second one is finding yourself in a situation where your partner shifts the criticisms on you. This might sometimes be very pervasive, to the point that the person will start making extreme demands from you, to the point you find yourself losing your identity, changing your personality. They interrupt your relationship with other people, and you find yourself losing some kind of emotional freedom. Then the third thing is gaslighting. Gaslighting is very common with people these days. Gaslighting might lead to a self-doubt because they keep on blaming their partners, making them feel at fault. This is a kind of emotional manipulation. This is a kind of blame-shifting attitude that will eventually make the other person develop a form of weakness and naive nature to leave such relationships. And another one is resignation. You find yourself giving up. This is getting nowhere. So, the only thing that the person, the abused partner, will find themselves doing is to avoid conflict and fights all the time. You lose your self-esteem. There is a loss of confidence. You have no bearing. You only avoid conflict and nothing else because you are being manipulated, abused, and the people around you, your friends and families, they're so worried about the situation. Another one is emotional addiction. You become really addicted to them. There is a cycle of dependency that you have created due to the first stage that I said, that I called love bombing. Your body is accustomed, your mind is accustomed, your brain is accustomed to them. It's a cycle of emotional dependency. When you are in a situation like this, you might find yourself going back to these people, not being able to restrain yourself, even if you leave, especially at the early stage. Have you ever wondered why you see, especially some ladies, when they're in a relationship, even though the guy may be abusing them emotionally or physically, and fortunately for them, they find someone else whom they eventually love, but they still find themselves going back to the previous guy. And people wonder why they still go back to the toxic guy. It's because they are trauma bonding with that person. There's the trauma bond that has been going on, and this is the kind of emotional problem that needs a strong network of people to help them regain their body image, their self-esteem, someone to talk to them so that they will develop the strength to stop going to such person again. This is what we call trauma bonding. Sometimes it could happen to anyone. You'll find some people that claim to be independent, strong, self-willed, but they still find themselves in such situation. Trauma bonding is dangerous. Sometimes it requires professional help and support, because the moment the person is in such a situation, they might find it very difficult to get out of it, but only finding themselves going back there. Are you trauma bonding with anyone? You need to do some soul search. There is nothing that is more fulfilling than staying in healthy relationship. Let's do this again next time. Have a lovely day.